का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह. Yesterday we discussed about that we might not be able to go to the Gyan Khand if the Dharam Khand is not clear. Didn't we say that? And guess what? We were still not able to go above Dharam Khand. We discussed about Gyan Khand a little bit, not fully, but we still need to understand Dharam Khand. There was a request also from the Gurmukhs about the Karam philosophy, or I should say Gurmat Karam philosophy, how the cosmic ledger, how the account, how the lekha is built when we are in Dharam Khand. Because Maharaj says, Karmi Karmi hoye vichar, Sacha aap, Sacha darbar. Every action, every karam we do, the account is gonna be written. Lekha jada hai na, likhya jana. Even if we have a thought, you might not be able to do the things with your hands or karam indriya, with your senses, your motor functions. Even if you are taking a thought, it is gonna be written in your ledger. Karmi Karmi hoye vichar, Sacha aap, Sacha darbar. Every single action will be written out there in the ledger. Your credit and your debit. Whosoever is in accounting and all, they will understand more than me. Debit goes in, credit comes out. Something like that. That's what they say. But if we will stay within the boundaries of Karam, if our Karams are not burnt, and there is a way to burn the Karams also, burn the actions also. Karam is an action. Then everything will be judged based on the Karams, based on our actions. And not just of our previous birth, present birth also. And sometimes Maharaj will do the Kirpa, he will give you the results of the Karam within this birth. Some people get, some people complain about it. Oh, and we must have heard about it, that so and so person do Bhakti, do Simran, but they are going through so many things. But it is good. Take it as a blessing, take it as a grace. Because if we leave this body and then the life review session is coming in, where they are going to see what our karams are, what actions we did, and guess what is going to happen? Probably will be put back in the Dharam Khand. If we want to go beyond the Dharam Khand, want to go beyond this 84 lakh June, 84 lakh June is 8.4 million species. If we want to be Mukat, if we want to be liberated, liberations are of different kinds, but if we want to be Mukat, if we want to be liberated, then what we need to do, make sure that all our ledger, our debt is taken care of. Whatever cosmic debt we have is taken care of. Whether we did it on our own, knowingly or unknowingly. Sara kuch count hona. Whether we do something in a dream, that will also be accounted. Even if you are doing something, if you are beating somebody or abusing somebody in the dream, that will also be written. That's why it is called cosmic ledger. Hanji Put.
How do you know if you're doing something wrong? Like you don't remember it, because I don't remember happening.
And you are absolutely correct. These are the questions which we are looking for. See, this is the reason when kids ask the questions, they are far more sorry for the adults. When kids ask these questions, they are far more superior than what the questions you ask, because they don't hide anything. The question is, he says, what if I do something bad in a dream and I don't remember the dream? It will be counted? Yes, it will be. Till the time our mind is sleeping, ਮਨ ਤੇ ਸੁੱਤਾ ਪਿਆ ਸਾਡਾ। Everybody, Maharaj says, Sutade Asank Chuthi Maya Karne. Asank is countless. Countless people, countless minds are sleeping in this Maya, in this illusion, in this matrix. We are sleeping, we don't even know what we are doing. Every single breath is accounted. This breath is also called Swasada Tan. This is a wealth of the breath. And we were supposed to do something with this breath. But we are doing something else. When we do Va, Guru, Va, Guru, and if we are listening to our own voice with love, if our mind is not in thoughts, then your breath will be fruitful. You will get something out of it. लेकिन ਆਪਾਂ सिमरन भी करी जाने हैं, झूठ भी बोली जाने हैं. We are telling lies also, cheating and stealing also, and nothing is going to happen. We may show to others कि मैं ते बड़ा भगत हाँ, मैं ते सिमरन करदा, मैं गुरसिख हाँ, मैं अमृत वेला करदा, and so and so and so on. But remember Guru Gobind Singh Ji's conversation with Bhai Nand Lal Ji. He said person is recognized based on the three things primarily: Achar, Guftar and Raftar. What is Achar? Achar is your character. What kind of a character person has? Is it an abusive person? How they talk in their life, that's actually Guftar. Talking is Guftar, talking. Achar is what kind of a person is that person? What is his character? How does he earn his money? Dharam di kirt karda hai, kiਵੇਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ? Does he tells a lie all the time? Everything is accounted. Raftar is what is the speed of his mind? His mind is always wandering, or his mind stops and think about whatever he's doing, he's speaking. कई बारी ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ, sometimes we say ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਪਤਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਾ ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਬੋਲਤਾ. That means we have a problem with it, because we don't know what we are speaking. And these are all things count. These are all the karams which will be accounted. That's why we always do the ardas. Lekha kate na chutiya, खिन खिन पूलन हार, बख्शन हार बख्श ले, नानक पार उतार. Once more. लिख कते ना छूटिए, खिन खिन पूलन हार, बख्शन हार बख्श ले, नानक पार उतार. We cannot settle our own account. Only with His grace, only with His blessing, Divine's grace, Divine's blessing, we can manage our ledger. We can manage our account. One more thing, very important. Most of the time, in any relationship in this world, we try to blame others, isn't it? But what Maharaj says about it? Dadda dosh na dijay kise, dosh karma apne. And they don't blame it to others. It's very easy. He did this, she did this. We are putting a blame on others. Maharaj says, Dadda doshna dijya kise. Don't blame to others. Dosh karma apne. Jo main kiya, so main paya. Dosh na dijya avarjana. Whatever I did, so I am going to receive. Whatever you will sow, so shall you reap. Whatever you are going and, you are putting the seeds in for a plant, let's say, if you are sowing a seed, let's say poison, something as a poisonous plant or a weed or a drug, you cannot accept a mango coming out of it. It is still going to be a poison, isn't it? Similarly, when we blame others or when we do something bad, bad is going to come out of it. Forget about previous births for a moment. Okay, we have forgotten our previous life's births, just like your question of dreams and everything. Forget about that. What about the present moment at this time? Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future, because future is unpredictable. Past has already gone. We cannot change it. Think about the present. What are we doing in present? Because if we stay in present, and the only way to stay in present is if our mind is not wandering, if we are making sure our mind is silent, mind is focused, mind has ability to focus on things. Otherwise, mind will keep on wandering. That's why we have to understand every breath we can do some mistake. That's why we have to try to improve ourselves, but we also have to do the ardas to the divine, that if you will calculate my lekha, if you will look into my account, then my account cannot be settled. This was a problem actually. There's a big problem, but before we go to that problem, let's directly go to 3 types of karam. Now these names of these types of karams are not mentioned in Gurbani. It is in the older Granths, but Maharaj has given us examples from the Gurbani Tuks. The 3 karams which are known are Sanchit karams, Prarabt karam and Vartman karam. Sanchit karam are the karams or the actions. Think about that kind of a karma which you have accumulated throughout different births, when you were humans in your previous births. So one clarity, animals, birds, or anybody who is non-human, they are not accumulating any karams. Those species are going through a punishment. Just like we mentioned about a mosquito, a bacteria, or a virus, that's a species which is going through a punishment already. Dog is going through a punishment already. A cat is going through a punishment already. Maybe dog did a good karams that it is in America and it is as a pet, but if it is some dog in India, a stray animal, a stray dog, you know what happens to it, right? We all came from India, right? Not all, some of us, right? So we have to understand that the karams, the actions are only impacted, are accumulated in the human form. Sanchit karam is the collection of all the accumulation from all the births, present birth, previous births, and everything. But when our mind comes from such khand, let's say, to the taram khand, then what happens is, in the taram khand, it comes with the previous karams. There is a common question which everybody asks: why somebody is poor? Why somebody is rich? Why a person who do a good things get a bad results? Why bad people get a good results? Very common questions. We all have. But guess what? We are lucky. We have Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Gurbani Guru has all the answers. No disrespect to other faiths or the cultures and all, but they don't have answer. If a baby is born disabled, we have an answer. Because it is the previous debt. If somebody is homeless, it's a previous debt. Previous karams, previous actions. And they have to go through it. What is a prarabt karam? Prarabt karam is set of karmas, set of actions, set of the previous things which are given to you only for this birth. Only for this birth. Only for your present birth. That's why some person is rich, some person is poor. But it doesn't mean that a king is going to be king forever. King is going to become a king forever in the next birth also. Maybe become a ant, maybe a bird, maybe a bacteria, maybe a ghost, maybe a virus, maybe a mountain, maybe a rock. Different forms. So prarabdha karma is only set of karmas. To give you an example and more in details, let's say you have $100,000 in your bank account and you are only supposed to use $10,000. You will be allocated only $10,000. $90,000 are still in your bank. You cannot use them. That $10,000 are called prarabdha karmas. What are Vartman karams? Vartman means present. Present karams. Whatever we are accumulating right now in the Sangat, when we are doing Simran, or outside the Sangat, when we are doing other things, in our work, whatever actions we are doing, good or bad, it is all written in a cosmic ledger. Now it all depends on us whether we are doing good karams or the bad karams, whether we are in debt or not, or we are removing our debt. You know, when you go to a credit card company, you get a credit card and you spend a lot. You're spending without thinking who is going to pay for your debt. And when the bill comes, oh, I bought a laptop, I bought these clothes, these cosmetics, this gold, this silver. Now who is going to pay the bill? You are responsible. दोष ना दीजिए अवर्जना, जो मैं किया सो मैं पाया. We cannot say this person did that, that person did that. It's our own karams. हाँ जी, we are going there. The lecture has just started, right? We'll be there. We are just discussing about a problem right now, right? No, very, very good. I know everybody is curious, and that's a question, right? Then what about coming to the Sangat? Actually, that's a very good segue, and that was the question by a Raja of Mandi. There was a king. Mandi is a place in Himachal Pradesh in India. It was then Punjab, but now it is Himachal Pradesh. There's a story, and the story is at the Darbar of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. There's a Darbar of Guru Arjan Dev Ji, the court of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. This king, this Raja, asked a question. And this is beautiful. He's asking a question. He's not asking a question. He's just listening to the Katha. In the Katha, the Tuk comes, the Gurbani's Pankti comes, and Guru Sahib is doing the Vyakhya of that. What is that Tuk? Maharaj says, Lekh na mitai he saki, jo likhya kartar. Whatever is written, it cannot be cleaned. Whatever is. Guru Arjan Dev Ji is saying that in Gurbani. It's not me. Answer to your question. Whatever is written, Lekh, whatever is in your account, it cannot be cleaned. Guess what would have happened to the person who was sitting there in the Darbar hall? They'll be depressed. They will be anxious. Then why I am coming to the Sangat? Why I do Naam Japana? And all these questions came in the head of the Raja of Mandi also. Kende agar lekha hi nahi khatam hona, if my ledger is gonna be not cleaned, then why I am doing meditation? Why I am doing prayer? Why I am coming to the Gurdwara? Because anyway, my bad lekha, my bad account is only going to grow and grow. My ledger is going to grow and grow. And it is never going to be settled. And when the katha is done, when the discourse is done, he asks this question, same questions to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. Same question, ditto same question. What good it is? And Guru Sahib sees him and he knows that he's anxious. He's in trouble. He says, I'll give you the answer tomorrow. I'm not going to give you the answer right now. But Guru Sahib has already given us the answer, so I can give you right now because Guru Sahib has given the answer, right? So, whole night he's not able to sleep. And then finally he sleeps. He sleeps and boom, lights on. He sees a dream. In that dream, that king is a very, very poor person. Just like literally, he was meeting his ends. Not even meeting his ends. He is born as a Chandal. Chandal is a certain community in India. You can call it a caste also, community also, whatever you want to say. But unfortunately, that community in those days, they were only supposed to do only one work. And what was that one work? Cremation. They used to cremate the dead bodies. That was the only thing. And they were hardly getting enough money, because who gives? If you do a happy job, you get a lot of money. But if you are doing this kind of a job, people don't even want to pay you. Oh, kaam kar yaar, hai na? They are sad and everything. So unfortunate person. But he don't understand that he is that person. He thinks that he's seeing some movie. Sometimes that happens, right? He's thinking this is something else. He doesn't understand what is he seeing, but something is happening. This person who is a Chandal and he's unable to meet his ends, not even able to earn a good enough money to eat and to do anything. And then in the same life, his sons are there, then he gets old, long story short, he dies, very poor death after getting so many diseases, he dies, and then he says that person is getting, in Chandals, they don't cremate their body, they bury the body. So his body was buried, and he sees that, everything. And he says, I don't know who that person is. And then he wakes up, because it was kind of a nightmare, right? He's sweating and all. He's like, what the heck? What I was seeing? Who was that person? Anyway, he forgets. Just like you say, sometimes we forget the name. You say, whatever it was, I'm okay. And in the morning, he goes back, because that question is still there. That question is still there. If I come to the Sangat, if I do the Simran, if I do the meditation, if I do the prayers, will my lekha be cleaned? Will my account will be cleaned? And he asks this question, and Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj holds his hand and he says, let's walk. And the area is just like your Atlanta, right? Beautiful area, beautiful trees, a forest. And he's going with Guru Arjan Dev Ji far, some miles away. Then the village comes. And he sees the village. He says, I can recognize this village. You got it? I can recognize this village. What is this village? And then he sees a small, broken hut, a broken house. And he says, I can recognize that. And the moment he sees that, then he sees the kids out there. And he says, oh, these kids. Why? I can recognize that. I just saw the dream. These kids were the grandkids of that person, that Chandal. And he still don't understand. He said, Guru Sahib, why are you showing me? I saw this in a dream also. Guru Sahib laughs. He says, it was you. Not a previous birth. Because he used to come to Guru Sahib's Sangat, in Sachi Sangat, he used to do the Simran and meditation. Maharaj even deleted his one lifetime. Deleted the lifetime, just in a dream. Lekh nahi khatam honde. You still have to go through those accounts. You still have to go through those things. But Maharaj can delete that even in our dreams. The dream might be horrible, but it will be cleaned. You will be cleansed. Another story. You must have, yes, Vaiguruji. Yes.
Like you are being beaten or कोई war चल रही है.
Right.
है ना? तो सिर्फ बज रहे हो and
Right.
like stressed out.
Right.
So okay.
So the question for everybody, Penji is saying, sometimes in the dream there is a war going on, or you're getting beaten and all. It depends. That's another topic about dreams. Dreams can be something you see on your everyday life, right? These days also wars are going on, and it can be a mixture of all those things, right? And it can be related to something in your previous life also, depending upon a dream to dream, how much you remember. You still remember that dream? But you remember it a lot, not a whole lot, but a proper. If you remember some dream which is not going out of your mind, even after months and years and all, and it was like as good as a real deal, then it might be related to your previous lives or maybe present life. Guru Sahib knows better. I can't tell you that. But yes, but that's a separate topic. Maybe a separate, maybe next camp dream. Because we are still staying in Dharam, right? Karmi karmi, hoye vichar, sacha aap, sacha darbar. Every, Haji Put, sorry, why? I have adat of saying Put, sorry.
Going back to the Dharam question.
हाँ जी आगे आ जाओ हाँ जी भाई
जिस तरह आप जी ने दस रहे थे कि लेखी करके ना छोटी है कि
किन किन भुलनहार बख्शनहार बख्श लै अरदास कर रहे हैं ना सी that forgive me I cannot manage my account
कि ਵੀਰ ਜੀ ਕਿਰਤ ਜਦ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਬੰਦੇ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਡਿਊਟੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਕਿਰਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਗਰ ਕੁਝ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀ ਰਿਸਪੌਂਸਿਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ he knows he is hurting someone and so either he compromises on the kirt side or compromises you know that you are hurting so if you don't hurt
you know the answer you are asking for a confirmation
no
everybody knows this answer I can tell you everybody out here knows this answer
लेकिन आंसर नहीं इस तरह हैगा कि बंदे ने तो चॉइस ऑलरेडी मेड कीती होती है कि नहीं यार मैं हुणे कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करांगा कि अगर if
stay with that stay with that whatever inside you have Vaheguruji's jyot inside you we all have to decide what is good and bad
but
some people
that person's perspective your my actions are hurting him
yeah
right?
that's what I'm saying
so is that again
you don't want to hurt anybody right
and we don't want to but unfortunately you do
that's exactly what I'm saying Guru Pyareo it is up to us we want to compromise with our ethics or we want to compromise with hurting somebody you are giving me like a big scenario I'm going to give you a small scenario what if we don't pay our taxes if we do a tax stealing we steal the tax we do a fraud it's all about you long story short whenever we meditate our mind becomes clean even if you have compromised in the past maybe you will be no longer ready to do the compromise now because your mind has become pure you don't want to put stains in your mind does it make sense pyare it depends there is no right or wrong answer there it depends from person's situation let me be very honest with you but you will come out Vaheguruji will find a way for you but only if you will come in the sharan of Vaheguru how we come sharan as in sanctuary of Vaheguru sanctuary of the divine how we come in the sanctuary of a divine Vaheguru then that understanding will come right हाँ जी प्यारे आगे आ जाओ तुसी भी हाँ जी another question ठीक है you got the answer Vaheguru बिल्कुल ठीक है बिल्कुल ठीक हाँ जी हाँ जी बिल्कुल ठीक है जी बिल्कुल ठीक है जी लेकिन वो तो कृपा करन ਨੂੰ हमेशा रेडी है he is ready to shower his grace all the time मेरे मन परदेसी वे प्यारे आओ करे वो आवाजा मार रहा है he is calling you come back to your house don't wander here and there but we are not listening right the moment Koda or Pai Sajjan they understood that we were doing wrong realization came at that moment right? Then they changed. Even if at that moment they wouldn't have realized, but Guru Sahib de vich any shakti hai, any power hai na? Guru Sahib is Guru Sahib. Everybody would change. The problem is we have such a big wall of illusion in front of us that we are not ready. A lot of people don't believe in Simran. They don't believe in Vaheguru Japna. They don't believe in all these things. Maharaj says openly, Kiv sachiara hoiye, kiv kude tutte pal, hukum razai chalna, nanak likhya naal. That you have to break this wall of illusion. Gur mil jeeta, har har kita. Still we are changing the meanings. Gur mil jeeta, if you want to win, you have to do har har kita. Har har, Vah, Guru, Allahu, Rama, whatever. Whatever your Guru mantra is. Tuti pita, param gada. Then you can break the wall. But if somebody is not ready to do it, nobody can change them. But if you come to the Sharan of the Vaheguru, then you will change. Everybody will change. Are we open enough? Or our ego is so rigid that we will keep on blaming others for our mistakes? We need to own it. This is a sexist comment, but I will still say it. I will change that comment also so that it is no longer a sexist. But in in English they say be a man. I will say be a human. Right? Be a human. Banda hai na? Maharaj कहते बंदे दी definition की देंदे कहते कर बंदे तू बंदगी जिच्चर घट में साहो. Till the time you have a breath, you have to do bandagi. You have to remember him, his praises. Vah Guru, Vah Guru, Vah Guru. Then only we are going to change. Nothing else is going to change us. Satguru Ji outside is in the roop of Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. But what is the problem? If Guru Nanak Dev Ji himself will be sitting here, probably we will believe. We say we do a matha take, we bow our head in front of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, but I'm sorry to say, Guru Pyareo, we actually don't give that much satkar as we should. Outside Satguru Ji is telling us that there is a Satguru Ji inside also, that divine is inside you, and how to meet that divine. Does it make sense, Guru Pyareo? We have to come in the Sharan. That's the only way. We have to come in the Sachi Sangat. मेरा हाथ गायो कोट जन्म के दुख गवायो. Today I went on a YouTube live by mistake, but somebody in the YouTube live is asking me, how do you know all these things? We all know these things because Guru Granth Sahib Ji is an autobiography of the saints and the Bhagats who have gone through all those things. And he tells us that you should also go through that experience. It's a practical. And when we will do Simran meditation, we will know. We will know everything. This is invisible. We are talking about invisible things, not visible things. Visible is Maya. You know what I mean? Invisible things can only be known through your mind. The evidence is yourself. If you want an evidence, you have to experience yourself. क्या चीजें एग्जिस्ट करती हैं, राइट? अरदास, सिमरन, सारा कुछ. Wisdom of Gurbani, prayer, meditation, all together. That's why first we started with this. Lekhe katena chotiye, khin khin pul. Every moment we are doing mistakes. Every moment. We have to come in the Sharan. Now, this Sakhi probably you have already heard this story. The story of two friends. There are two friends and they understand that Guru Nanak Dev Ji is visiting their village. And Suli te Sool wali Sakhi suni sabne? What is Suli? What is Sool? Who's the teacher here? Sorry, I'm just saying it. Obviously, you cannot tell everything, right? That's why I'm here. Sorry. So actually, one of the friend is a follower of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Second one is a little bit naughty kind of a person. And he says, oh, okay, what if Guru Nanak Dev Ji is here? How does it matter? It doesn't matter to me. But okay, since you are my friend, you want to go there. He said, but we have to go at Amrit Vela. And we have to do the Sangat. We have to go to do the Sachi Sangat, a true congregation of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. We have to go there and meet him and listen to him, listen to his discourse and meditate with him. And you know what? They both decide, and the first day they both go there. Second day, the naughty friend, he says, you know what? In my family, everybody thinks that I'm going to meet Guru Nanak Dev Ji every day morning for next 7 days. You know what? Don't tell it to my family, but I'm going to go to the dancer. Same time, I'm going to see her dance and I'm going to enjoy my life. You go and you do the Sangat. Every day at the same time, both are going. One is going to the club, let's say, and other is going to the Gurdwara, let's say, doing the Sangat. Right? 7 days have passed. On the return of the 7th day, the Gurmukh Pyara, who was doing the Sangat, who was doing the meditation, Simran with Guru Sahib, he's coming back and his feet gets hurt with a thorn. Thank you. With a thorn on his feet, and he has a bleeding foot, bleeding. He's unable to walk. And on the other side, the guy who is returning from a club, from a dancer, he's coming back and he sees a gold coin. A big gold coin, a heavy gold coin. Not just 5 grams, 10 grams, 1 ounce of a gold coin. What is the rate right now? It has fallen down, but anyway, right? 1 ounce gold coin. He's very happy. And then they both meet in the middle, where every day they meet. He says, see, I got a gold coin. And he said, you did a Sangat, what did you receive? Oh, you are not able to walk? You have a thorn on your feet? That too bloody feet after doing the Sangat? What did you gain going to Guru Nanak Dev Ji and doing the meditation? You didn't gain anything. He said, he's also now confused. Am I doing right? Is Sangat helping? Is Simran helping? He's also confused. Nanak Dev Ji again and asked him the question. He said, he's the only one who can answer. He said, and they asked the question to Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, why I got a bloody foot? I mean, the thorn on my feet. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji smiles and he says, he was supposed to die today. He was supposed to die today. But he just got a thorn on his feet. Is that better?
Yes.
Right? Onu kehte suli te sool. Right? Suli is when it's the news of death. Right? Fancy jinu kehte. It's a news of death. Sool is the thorn. Rather than a news of death, he just got a thorn on his feet. Obviously, it's better. And then the other naughty friend, he says, okay, you answered him. What about me? I got a gold coin. And the reply is, you were supposed to get a treasure box full of gold coins. Because of your bad karams, you burnt all your karams and now you got just 1 coin. Long story short, answer to your question, Jo Pavak Kasat Pasam Karet Naam Japat Har Paap Dahet. When just like a fire can be used to burn the wood into ashes, same about when we chant, when we do Simran, when we meditate, all our karams can be burned. How he burns it, it is up to him. That's a separate topic about Brahmagan and all that stuff. But there is a fire which is inside us. 2 kinds of a fire. One fire belongs to these 5 thieves, but then there is one Brahmagan. Brahm Agan can cleanse us, all our previous karams, present karams, bad karams, whether Guru Sahib do it in our dream or now, but when you will do it, you will know it. How much time we have, Kanji?
We have
30. We have 30 minutes? Okay, I was running. All right, that's good. So if we have 30 minutes, we'll just skip to few of the topics and we'll try to get into the Dharam Khand, more of the Dharam Khand and little bit of a Gyan Khand also, because I want to show you that diagram and I cannot show it to the YouTube live, guys. Sorry about that. We are not recording this session, probably tomorrow. I mean, we are not recording in Zoom. There is a famous Shabad, and this, I think maybe we covered this last time, that what you become. A lot of people, everybody knows. I think we covered this in the last camp, right? So we'll skip it.
Last session.
Last session it was? We'll skip it. We'll skip that. That's also related to the karams. So because I have one small session and one big session, I'll directly go to the diagram which I wanted to share it with you guys. A yatra, a kind of a progress. How can we move from Dharam Khand to Gyan Khand, from Gyan Khand to Saram Khand, and further to the Sach Khand after Karam Khand, obviously. Let me see where the diagram is, because that's very important diagram. It took me a lot of time, and as I said, you can use it. You can, all of you can use this diagram. Can you see it? No? Okay, let me share it. Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So just like Maharaj says, Jo Brahmande, Soi Pinde, Jo Koje. So whatever is in the universe, so is in our body. Which body Maharaj is talking about? Subtle body. Not the physical body, because if I'm going to do an MRI scan or an X-ray of a physical body, what I'm going to see? Haddiyan, chamber, mass, pinjar. Right? The skeleton, the bones, the nerves, probably these kind of things. Right? But Maharaj is talking about the Sukham Dehi, the subtle body. In the subtle body, these khands are there also. Dharam Khand is within you, not outside you. Gyan Khand is also within you. Lecture with you guys about the chakras. Khat name kar kothadi bandi bastanu beach pai. Yes? And no, little bit, it's okay. We'll just touch a basic thing. Khat, okay, it's okay, Vaiguru. Khat name kar kothadi bandi bastanu beach pai. Kunji kulf pran ki rakhi karte ber na lai. Now this is very important to understand. It's a full subject, different subject, but high level. In the subtle body, the connection between the subtle body and the physical body has chakras. In the other faiths, they believe there are 7 chakras. But just like I mentioned earlier, GuruNanak Dev Ji redefined everything. Gurbani redefines everything. Maharaj says there are not 7, but only 6 chakras. We don't do chakra meditation. When we do Simran, all these chakras are open on your own. Right? At high level, there are 6 chakras. Below, there are 3 chakras which are responsible for Dharam Khand. We are talking about the physical karams and all. Good, bad. Remember 3 karams, Rajogun, Tamogun and Satogun. We do all things when our surt, when our mind stays in the 3 lower chakras. The moment our mind starts moving up to the heart chakra, that's where the Gyan comes. And in the morning, just like I mentioned, in the heart chakra, if you will see the symbol of a heart chakra, it has a symbol of an kind of a arrow which is going up, then an arrow, a triangle which is going down. Meaning when your focus, when your surti is in the heart chakra, either you can go up or you can go down. If you have a moh towards the things, you can go down, back to Dharam. But if you have love for Vaheguru, live the rasta, then you can start going up. One technique which obviously a lot of people are missing today, which is fine, that's their karam. We're talking about the karams, right? One technique which is very important to learn, when we do internal simran, internal meditation, through the heart, through the mind, and we are going to do that in a retreat. We are going to have a retreat from 17th to 19th. We are going to do a few more things out there which we normally don't do. Probably we'll start doing in some of the gurdwaras. I think your gurdwara is one of the candidates, where we are going to learn how to do a walking meditation. We have discussed about walking meditation multiple times in multiple lectures. How you do walking meditation, walking simran? When you walk with Wah, Guru, one step ahead, one step down. We have discussed multiple times. Same thing which we are going to do, but we are going to do walking fast. Fast walking. Wah, Guru, Wah, Guru, Wah, Guru. Making sure our eyes are open. Our eyes are not this live session, but anyway, we have to do the walking meditation, because when you do walking meditation, two things are going to happen. Your body is going to be tandurust, your mind is going to be tandurust, healthy, and what is going to happen? You are going to start hearing your heartbeat, isn't it? When you run, when you walk fast, you can hear your heartbeat. Some people who have grace, they can hear their heartbeat without anything, without doing all these things. But some people who don't, and then after walking there, we are going to, there is an amphitheater out there, there's a lake out there where we are going. We're going to go around the lake, we are going to do walking meditation, and then we are going to sit there. When we sit there, then we are going to sit in stillness. We are going to be still, closing our eyes, and what we are going to observe? Our heartbeat. What we are going to observe? Heartbeat. Beating. With every beat, just like this, we are going to do Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. Not loud, in the mind, internally. This is also called Rom Rom Simran. Maybe some people's beat will be like Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. Some people's beat will be. Oh, dhyan nahi banda paine. You can do that. Very good question. She is saying, what about, can't we do this? Wah, Guru. Yes, you can do that, but dhyan nahi banda. Why? Because your beat is going to change. The more you settle down, it's going to change. Then you will have to change your Vaheguru. But if you're doing Vaheguru, 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 dhyan will be there. The focus will be there. And it's internal. You are not speaking loud. You are doing it in the mind. Right? When you do that, then your heart chakra starts opening up. It's also called a Rom Rom Simran. It starts opening up, opening to go up. When you do that, and you can do that, some people do it with their pulse also, but not, I don't recommend that, because your pulse, you're going to lose your pulse. She knows better, she's from medicine line, and so you can lose your pulse. But you're going to lose, you can lose your pulse and then your Simran is gone, right? But with the heart, just like heart is pumping everything in the blood, similarly that Simran is going to pump everywhere in your blood, in your streams and all. And your Surat, the mind will start going up. And that's how you can start entering the Gyan Khand. And the moment you reach here, in this area, in this diagram, if you will see this area, can you see my arrow also? Yeah. In this area, once you reach here, this is like in between your eyebrows or in between your eyes, this area, that's where your pineal gland is also there. Pineal gland is also there. Some people call it a third eye, right? We don't worry about that third eye and all that situation. We don't worry about that. The idea is from here, your surti will start going up. But if your heart chakra is not yet open, your throat chakra is not yet open, if you directly focus here, you are going to have a headache. Very common thing. You're going to have a headache. Your heart chakra needs to open. Actually, your all the chakras needs to open. But let's start with the, since we are talking about the Gyan Khand. Maharaj says, Gyan Khand mein Gyan Prachand Tithe Naad Binod Kod Anand. You are going to listen to the Naad here. And you are going to be in Anand. Normally, when you are listening to the internal sounds, yeah, the sounds are there, but are you having Anand? Are you having a bliss? Probably not. Because they are the sounds of the 5 elements. But here, these same Panch Shabad, they will come here. Panche Shabad Vaje Mat Gurmat Vadpagi Anhad Vajya. That's where you come the Gyan, wisdom. Wisdom comes. Then only the wisdom comes. Then only you are on the upper realm. On the upper realm, once you're there, then you get a khoj. This is the khoj which we have to do. This is a search which we have to do. When we go there, when you listen to that sound, you are not connected with your physical body. You're disconnected. Totally disconnected with the physical body. Then you get a wisdom. Then you get a gyan. And here in this diagram, we have written on the right hand side, I don't know if you can hear it, if you can see it. Let me actually zoom it a little bit more. Can you see it now?
Yes.
So we have to book a lot of people do this mistake. They think they are listening to the Naad or listening to the Sahaj Tun, and what happens, they are listening to that sound. They think, they are not listening actually. They think and they start doing Simran with it. If you are listening to the Sahaj Tun, you are not connected with your body. How are you going to do the Simran? Does it make sense? You're disconnected. You're disconnected with your physical tongue and everything. How are you going to do the Simran? Either you were listening or you were not listening. So you choose. When you go there, the only thing which you have to do is Sun Sun Naam Tumhara Pritam Prabh Pekhan Ka Chao. When you will listen here, then you will want to see that divine also. Then the chow will come. Your excitement will be there. Oh, now I can hear that divine from here. Now I want to see him also. And that's where the yatra towards the Dasam Dwar starts. The 10th door starts. This area is also called Trikuti. Guru Pyare was talking about Teen Basai Ik Thain. This is the place. This is where the pineal gland is. They all meet here. Topic for tomorrow. We have only 5-10 minutes. Let's do the Simran. And we will try what we are going to do different today while after doing the Simran. When we do the internal Simran, just put your hand here. Right? If you don't have to put your hand. If you can listen to the heartbeat, it's good enough. If you can't, just put your hand for a second and then remove it, so you know the place where the heart is. Heart is always in the middle. It's not on the left side, it's not on the right side, it's mostly in the middle, right? So you just, Hriday di gal badi aayi Maharaj ne bar kiya, Hriday vich tyona. You put your hand there, and if you can hear the heartbeat well and good, then you do the Simran with the heartbeat. If you can't, just put the dhyan, focus in your heart chakra, so that we can enter the Gyan Khand. Theek hai ji? All clear? Should we start? Aao ji. Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. Listening to your own voice. Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.